to turn on the microphone. That would be helpful. Hello everyone and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. And today we are going, after a lot of things that had to be dealt with, we are finally beginning Act 2. And you will notice that a whole bunch of all of our characters are now have their equipment glowing. I installed a mod that allows that to happen. So yeah, hopefully that will be awesome. It unfortunately does not account for cutscenes, unfortunately. Oh, one last thing before we get going. I do need to have a bit of a conversation with Halcyon real quick.
You wish to speak?
I found the stronghold in the Underdark you mentioned, a place called Grimforge.
Impressive. Most would quake at the mere thought of delving that far into the Underdark. What did you find?
Absolute fire followers, but that's about all.
Keep looking. If they're present, then it's likely there's a route to Moonrise somewhere. It may prove impossible to avoid the Shadow Curse entirely, but if you find any way to limit your exposure, seize it.
Alright then. Now then, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get on with that. Start Act 2, finally. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. Check to make sure that Cursed Lands. Alright then, we've pretty much gotten everything done. Search the cellar. Oh, yeah, I don't need to worry about that. Alright, let's do this. Trade keeps the realms alive. Most people are happy to barter if asked.
Another step forward.
Absolutist Expedition Trunk.
How delicious.
Astarion, if you would be so kind.
Should be easy. What now?
Astarion.
We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
Couple torches, a potion for healing. We'll take all of that.
Moving ahead. Here goes nothing.
Oh, hello. Who do we have here?
I have something to ask.
Who there, wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
Elminster?
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Elminster armor? The very pinnacle of wizardry and honor.
Endure an hour's worth of exposition to my presence, and you may well come to consider a different sort of honorific with which to chronicle the occasion. But until then, your sentiment is well received.
Yes, yes, yes. Be that as it may, you said you came all this way on my behalf, did you not? For what purpose?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it.
I suppose we could part with a few of our rations.
And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale, even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
This way then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. We'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Very well. I suppose I'm as curious as you are to hear what he has to say.
A wise choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Arthurian that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster!
Right. You see, well, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Wait, hold on. You were sent here as an actual divine messenger.
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mystra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't suppose you would happen to know of a cure, would you? Some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps?
Alas, the creature that afflicts you, the ill-begotten magic that it weaves, is inextricably conjoined with both the greater purpose and the greater master that it serves. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Okay. Gale alone? May I ask how?
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help, or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
I'm sorry, what? This is hardly the way that Mystra tends to demand. Such a sacrifice typically tends to fall well outside of her repertoire, as it were.
Glad it's not just me.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute, and for your sacrifice you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Italior Thras Annas. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
There is a long journey ahead. We will find another way to deal with this. Of that, I can promise you.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Okay.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
An old man with a craving for cheese, hardly the great wizard of legend.
A wizard doesn't reach Elminster's age without enjoying their home comforts. Those who seek danger over cheese don't tend to live as long. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
Are you seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
Surely, there is another way to do this.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
I'll make sure we find it, Gale. I promise.
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
Indeed. Okay. All right.
I can't believe Mystra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Indeed.
Oh, Was that Gale's granddad?
Elminster Omar, most famous wizard in the realms.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
I don't think it was. Mistra has asked him to use the explosive bomb in his chest to blow up the heart of the Absolute. Whatever that may be.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mistra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
I am not sure. I think he is of several minds.
Well, tell him to pick the right one. Or better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man. They always need help picking the simple, obvious option. If Mistra can't think of another way to stop the Absolute than sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping. I'll say that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms.
Indeed.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
I agree. Though somehow I get the feeling this is good. Our defiance is going to cause a problem.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mistra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mistra is concerned only for herself. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
Somehow I get the sense that there's more to this in some way.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
That is the hope. These plans must bring back bad memories for you. Hope you're still faring all right with us.
It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace. You've shared your fire with me, your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
You are welcome.
You're too modest by far. What fate would I have met without you? Rotting in the goblin cells? Dying against an onslaught on the grove? More good has been done since I met you than in 100 years before. Words cannot express my gratitude.
No words are needed. I understand how you feel.
Yes, I think you do. Forgive me. Sometimes I forget myself, gazing on the beauty of nature's creations.
Alright, let's get a long rest in before we start out on the... What the...
Playtime's over, pet.
Oh, I love this time of year. The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out.
If this devil is so powerful, how exactly did they manage to get captured?
Will, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting his priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
We will rescue your asset under one condition.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Trust me.
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Mizora, we'll rescue this asset if you release Will from his pact.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
I mean... Come on, let's be entirely real here. We could always allow the cult to infect the asset. I'm sure they'd make a loyal thrall. Especially considering the fact that you're not actually here. One must wonder who the actual asset is, after all. My time is, after all, rather precious. I am capable of of getting them out. But only if it is worth my while, as well as theirs. Oh. I'm going to use this only because I forgot to turn on all of the other stuff. And I am glad I did.
Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand? Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole.
Well, luckily for you, she'll be gone soon enough. Do this mission, and Mazora will more than likely free you from the pact. That said, I thought you were supposed to hunt devils. Doesn't this violate your contract?
The same thought crossed my mind. I'm only to hunt the infernal, the demonic, and the heartless. But nowhere was it stated that I can't help one. Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the Blood War.
Well, luckily for you, I happen to know that you mean too much to the Sword Coast. Even if it was ill-gotten. So I'm going to make sure that that's not going to happen.
And it means everything to me. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it. But I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can feel Mazora scheming, plotting. She won't let me go without making a fuss. Trust me on that.
I'm counting on it, actually.
God damn it! Why did it have to be Mazora? Why did it have to be Zariel? We're supposed to risk our necks to get one of her assets? What if it's a runaway like me? Or something far worse?
I get the sense we're actually going to enjoy saving this particular asset. If for no other reason than we get to rub it in Mazora's smug face. I mean, after all, she wasn't even here. That was a mere illusion. Smoke and mirrors, as it were. That said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I guess so. But I'm telling you now, it's a bad idea to play games with a devil. You never win. Not ever.
We'll see.
Shah's blessings upon you.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Tell me, is Mystra always such a demanding goddess?
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
Somehow I get the sense that we're missing something. Like she's not telling us something. And I don't like it. Regardless, how are you feeling? It can't be easy facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
Yeah, well. May I ask as to why Elminster doesn't take on the Absolute, or Mystra herself? Especially given the threat that they seem to believe the Absolute poses?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
We'll see.
This dark land must be filled with the broken, the beaten, the desperate. The perfect preying ground for a devil who offers a way out for those who sign on the dotted line. I hope we end up seeing our friend Raphael down here somewhere.
May I ask as to why you would want to see him in this particular case?
Help me find him, and you'll find out. When I was taken to his house, I was caught off guard. But now I know what to ask for.
Oh? Very well. I'll wait to see how this plays out.
Perfect! I knew you would understand.
I don't, but we'll see how this goes. I'm sure it will be entertaining for all of us. Out of curiosity, I'm wondering if this works on... Oh, it does. Cool.
voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the grove.
I did what I could, but I am not entirely certain they'll survive out here on their own.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It's not your fault the world is wicked. You did the right thing.
The hurt runs deeper than she's willing to show you.
What is it?
The voice of the Absolute. Stronger this time. It just doesn't stop. We are being bombarded by waves of telepathic energy. Wave after wave with hardly a breath between them. I almost dare not rest. Each wave a set of orders to the infected. The order for your transformation has been given many times already.
Uh-huh. Do you know where the orders are coming from?
There is no doubt. Moonrise Towers. I just hope my powers last long enough to see this through. In any case, the Absolute knows you carry me with you now. It wants to retrieve me.
And why, pray tell, would the Absolute want you?
I am the only one who can resist the Absolute's influence. Hence its fear of me. Its desperation. Unfortunately, that also means it is dedicating more and more resources to my retrieval. The task ahead is monumental. But we're all that stands between victory for the Absolute and freedom for all. This is not just about you and I anymore. It has become far bigger than us. You must infiltrate Moonrise Towers, discover the secrets of the Absolute, and put an end to it. So we can finally be free. Now I must rest. And you must carry on. Do not let my efforts be in vain.
Hey, soldier. Hey, soldier.
Anyone else notice the...
Hell yes.
Anyone else notice the, change in outfit? Because I certainly did.
Lady of Sorrows, guide us. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so...
Just wanted to check and make sure. Starian. Bill.
Well met. That's the spirit.
Greetings. It is done.
Alright, let's do this.
Sale Victus!
Adept of the Absolute. I have been given the crucial task to clear the entrance to Grim Forge for future expeditions. True Soul Near will follow once the entrance is cleared. As I make my way to the entrance, I can't help but feel excitement that we might find here that Kethra created so long ago, now sealed by the curse. Grim Forge could hold untold treasures for the Absolute's uses. I will continue to explore and document my findings. The entrance is currently blocked by vines and rubble, quite cursed. Explosives ought to do the job, though I am not as experienced in such matters as I wish to be. I set up the explosives with care, though I admit I am almost afraid to detonate them. There's no telling what power these cursed vines hold, and what might lie beyond, or whether I've even set things up correctly. Absolute, protect me.
Better be careful around here.
Yeah.
I've never seen darkness like this before. It's unsettling.
Alas, it's the only path to Moonrise Towers. We have to push into the dark.
Keep close, everyone.
No day, no night. It's as though time itself has abandoned this place. Similar to the astral plane in some ways. Wouldn't you say, Lae'zel?
Hardly. The astral plane is threaded with light and silver, life-giving and wondrous in all directions. Nothing like this dismal abyss.
I can feel the Shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me. The Shadow Curse. It doesn't seem to affect me like it does others. Not as badly, at least. Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. She loves me. She must do.
So, what does this all mean, may I ask?
Lady Shah wouldn't bless me like this for no reason. There must be something she wants of me. Those signs we found about Dark Justiciars, perhaps they were no coincidence. In either case, I need to watch for any place dedicated to Lady Shah. A temple, perhaps.
This place is heavy.
Stay together. Keep to the light. Stop! Who's there?
I am Ashirin, man-at-arms. I mean you no harm.
I'll be the judge of that. Stow your weapons, put your hands up, and walk into the light, slowly. Jonas, move in! Jonas! Jonas!
I'm here! Where are you?
Jonas? Can you see our torches?
I can't see anything! Something's wrong.
Follow my voice. Come back to the light.
Who's there? Meg? Is that?
Jonas?
There you are. Come. Join me.
Jonas.
Guards up, everyone. I'm not letting the shadows take anyone else today.
Harpers, you heard the man. To arms! I'm heating up. Count on me.
Nice.
Can you feel death's cold grip?
Gotcha.
I'm ready. Onward.
Alright. Weak to radiant. Okay, cool. Alright then.
This darkness is cursed. I can feel it leeching the life from me.
I feel it too. Try.
Cool, good to know. Excellent.
Time to strike. Make way.
Battle favors the fearless.
Alright.
Striking distance.
Well done. Now we've got to move. I know a safe place. Give me your map.
There.
Keep your torch high. If you step into the shadows, you'll be felled in a heartbeat.
Wait a second. Safe place? You mean there's somewhere the shadows can't penetrate?
That's right. Protected by magic. Only spot in the region that's not been swallowed up by this damn curse. Light will save you here on the outskirts, but a few paces deeper you're screwed. If you want to catch your breath, the inn's the only place to do it. Hope to see you there. Harpers, move out!
In her former life, this girl played in the nearby woods. She was always the best at climbing trees. He had dreams of boarding a ship in Baldur's Gate and seeing the world. But then the darkness came. You sense a young woman gazing at moonrise towers in awe. Perhaps one day she will get to gaze out from atop it, she hopes.
Here we go.
You You see a man stalking slowly through the woods, bow half drawn. If he bags a deer, the whole family will be kept fed all winter. The image of an orange-haired cat asleep before a fireplace comes to you. What came of it?
Always room for more. One day I'll catch a break.
You see an older woman on her knees scrubbing the floor of an inn. The patrons made a mess of things again the night before.
Yeesh.
We're a long way from Waterdeep.
Let's get on with it.
Oh wait, hang on.
Don't burn yourself.
The pride of the gate.
Blackest will be done.
Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. Wish I had a bag of holding. Best be on my way. What's inside? That dead bird's been corrupted by the shadows. Would be wise to leave it alone.
This place is protected.
For a warm bed.
Must
and
be the
full
refuge
stomach.
the Harpers
Look
spoke
no
of.
further. Welcome to the Last Light Inn.
No shadows here. Something must be keeping it at bay.
This is a reminder. Take garbage to the
You
car.
there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy. He's with me.
Come. Jahira!
Jaheira, is it? I'm Ashirin, and I promise you none of this is necessary.
I assure you it is.
I saved your soldiers, and this is how you thank me? Rather rude, don't you think?
Kindness is too often a decoy. This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
I am not a true soul.
Stop! What are you doing? He's the one who saved us!
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved 2 of my friends. One from a harpy, and one from a mad druid with a snake. Didn't make a fuss of our thieving either. I pretty much trust him with my life.
A true soul with a mind of his own? How is that possible?
Thank you. Well, I suspect this particular artifact happens to be involved. Whoa!
What in the hells is that thing?
Thus far, your guess is as good as mine, if I'm being entirely honest.
Strangest magic I've seen since roaming the ruins of Mythdraenor. But I can't argue with the results. Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here?
As it stands right now, I just want a cure for the parasite in my head. Moonrise Towers happens to be my only lead in that situation.
Then our interests align. We must all cure ourselves of the entire cult of the Absolute. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Knocking around here, right?
Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
We need a moment for the 2 of us.
Oh my god, soldier. That's Jaheira. The Jaheira.
Doesn't she live in this city, right?
Don't you know the whole story? Years ago, over a century, Jaheira was part of a group that saved Baldur's Gate from Saravok, a Baalsport trying to plunge the city into war. My mum used to tell us stories about them. The legends who protected the city from evil. She said Jaheira was a powerful druid, adamant. Tough. I've told myself those stories 1,000 times since. I never thought I'd meet Jahira. She's a hero, and I was always some outer city kid. Can't believe she wants to talk to us about working together. What a day!
We can put up a fight, we're not.
Whatever I expected.
Good to see a friendly face.
Here. There's more where that came from.
Wish we had stone or steel.
I wish we had a bloody army.
I don't.
I do.
That's why you
Karlak! I thought you'd be in the city by now. We were ambushed by cultists. Half of us were captured, the other half ran here.
Off the anvil into the forge. We'll find them. Hopefully.
Before you run off into the belly of the beast, there's something I need to tell you. Well, two things. Good news and bad news.
Karlak?
The good news, obviously.
I only need one more piece of infernal iron to craft an insulating chamber that can make it possible for Karlak to...
Touch people!
Exactly!
Oh my god. It's really happening. It's been so long. We've got the iron. Let's do this thing!
Hang on! I think you'll want to hear the bad news too.
Yeah, sure. But first, fix me. Please.
Well, all right. This shouldn't take long. Same as last time. You'll need to install it yourself. This should do the trick.
There. So did it work?
Only one way to find out.
Thank you. I can't believe it. Thank you, Danon. Thank you so much.
It's the least I could do. Before you go, there's something I need to tell you. That engine of yours, it's contained for the moment, but it's just too hot to exist here in the material plane indefinitely. I know you know that, but the thing is, there's a cure. I wasn't making any headway with the mechanics, none at all. The environment here is just too cold to sustain metals like the ones inside you. You have to return to Avernus. For good. Or this thing is going to burn you up from the inside out. And sooner than you think.
The minute I set foot back in Avernus, Zarya will force me back into service. I'm not doing her bidding again. I'd rather die.
I get that, but don't rule it out. The world just might be better with you in it. even in Avernus. I won't stop trying to figure out a cure, but at this point, I think we all have to face the inevitable.
Well, then we'll just have to make the inevitable evitable then.
You read my mind. Thanks, Damon. Really. You've given me more than I could ever repay.
It's been my pleasure. Good luck, both of you. Look after yourself, all right?
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
This is the best day. The best day!
I'm happy for you, Karlak.
I'm so happy for me too. Now I just need to find someone to cuddle up to tonight, and I'll be the happiest woman on the Sword Coast.
And what about what Damon said about your engine? You know what we're gonna end up having to do, right?
Listen, I'm never going back. If you said I could die right now, or live 1,000 years in the Hells, I'd choose to go out now with my freedom intact. I don't expect anyone to understand that. But I've been dealt a hand most people don't have to contemplate playing.
Very well, I respect your decision.
Thanks, soldier. Your support means I've got one less thing to worry about. That means a lot to me. You really are the best of the best. Of the best.
We'll see.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
You better be, or I'm a dead man. That's why we're still standing around. Hey! That's close enough. Artifact or no, I don't like the likes of you crashing our party.
Give it a rest, Alfred. We need all the goddamned help we can get.
And what party, may I ask, is it that I am crashing?
Rescue party.
Not that you'll give a triple shot Dan, but we were ambushed by them bloody cultists. Bastards torched the pigsty we were staying in and made off with the Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate himself.
The Absolute's taken him then. No question about it.
So I heard. I was there in the aftermath. I don't suppose Chancellor Floric made it all the way here.
Sure did. For all the good that does us.
She's inside. One of the ground floor chambers.
Come on. We need to talk to Floric.
Guess you need to be a goddamned counselor to get room and board around here. Gives me the creeps.
Seen alleyways and
blood, this is heavy.
Plenty worse in their way.
Yeah?
Each side narrows at nighttime. 2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Our asses. Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count your lucky stars.
Pretty as you are, this is no time for a natter. Head on into Last Light.
Last Light's best bargains, right here! Don't wander far. Thought you'd be 10 yards tall, the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one.
Wait, what happened? Where is Zevlor?
Gone. And more than half the others with him. We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse.
You did right. You do not want to be a prisoner of the Absolute. I would know.
Prison's the best I can hope for the ones we left behind. Zevlor seemed to think the cult wanted us alive. I almost hope he never found out why. Here.
But she doesn't care if I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. And I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Taylor's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest.
Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
She wants the same.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Will? Gods, please, no. The Blade of Frontiers was supposed to be my secret weapon. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers?
Not as of yet, but what's with the fellow in the cot?
Isabel cleared this place, and he just appeared. We think he's staying at the inn when the curse fell, which means he's been trapped inside for a century. It beggars belief he's alive at all. Hopefully, he'll come round. Tell us something useful about getting through the shadows. Right now, he seems to have little more to him than a refrain from some song or other.
May I talk to him?
Wouldn't we all? I'm not even sure he's fully conscious, but feel free to say hello. Maybe a new face will inspire him. Unfortunately, I won't be here when he comes around. I'm heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then.
Hold on a second. Lord Gortash? I thought he was no more than a counselor.
Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risk. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us. I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
So Gortash is a lord now. I'd like to clap eyes on this steel watch of his. You already know the story. I was Gortash's bodyguard, loyal as they come, when he made the deal with Zariel. She got a test subject for her infernal engine. I never found out what he got. This is the kind of man who gets a title. Authority. Makes me sick.
You and me both. A man like that has no place in power.
No. But they always seem to get it, don't they?
To my immense annoyance, yes.
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? Art color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
That name he mentioned, Thaniel. Who is that?
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him.
May I have a look at him?
If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without color or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
His mind lingers in the Shadowfell, but perhaps it can be returned. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe.
Lost in the shadows all this time. He must have left some part of himself behind. Something we can use.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
Did you already check for personal effects?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
Judgment there. Looks official.
Let's head back to camp real quick.
You wish to speak?
There's a flaming fist at last light. The curse has made him insensible, but he seems to be muttering about a boy called Thaniel.
He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. Thaniel is no ordinary child. He is the very spirit of this land. If this fist knows where he is, then perhaps we can save him. Save everything. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Listen.
Daniel and me are climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
Any ideas?
If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it.
I'll see what I can do.
I deserve you, my friend.
Daniel and me do just what we please. Together, waiting for the sun forever.
You can help him, can't you? He deserves a life, after all he's been through.
That's the hope.
Shade where we are walking.
There's another bottle of Arabellan Dry back there. Put it on the bar, then piss off and leave me alone.
Jaheira said we should serve drinks, but that we shouldn't serve drunks.
Jaheira didn't save your ragged little tail from the cultists. I did.
You want to talk about your sorrows instead of drowning them?
I'd rather drown than talk to a sanctimonious prick like you. If you're here to save the day again, you're a little late this time.
I heard about the attack in the Shadowlands. I'm here to help.
Oh, sod off! I'm only here because you helped me and my family. I was ready to cut and run back at the Grove, but you had other ideas. Carl and Leo are taken in by your crap. You convinced them to play hero, and now they're gone.
Do you know where they are?
Dead for all I know. Or in the cult's tower with the others who were taken.
Well, if they're alive, I'll rescue them.
They're my responsibility. You go save the world. Or your own arse. Or whatever it is you do. I'll fix this.
Last night's best bargains, right here. Have a gander at the finest. Premium trinkets and doodads. Last night's best bargains, right here.
Oh, crap.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage. No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it.
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it. For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
I see that glint in your eyes. You've a strategy in mind. The same one as me, I'd wager.
It's a clever little trap, I'll give him that. But I do believe his Cyric looks rather open, don't you think? Actually, hold on. Yep. Let's do this.
Exactly what I was about to suggest.
My, the Thescan double counter gambit. Vicious. Exactly what I would have done.
How's that for Calamsham rules?
Brava. Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
The Thescan move suggestion was inspired. I had no idea you played.
Indeed. So tell me, is that why you're here? To play games?
To play the game. The vast lance board of souls. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved some runes into my back. I'd rather like to know what they say.
I'm going to say it here and now. Asking a devil for something as simple as a translation is not a good idea. I'm betting we should find another way.
Oh, such impatience. It's something very important to your master, but is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details, but of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it, and get back to you.
You'll get back to me. This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
So, the untouchable Karlach is untouchable no more. I'd shake her hand, but she can still snap me in two, so, probably safest to skip it.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul.
We need to warn her away from Raphael before it's too late.
We should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away.
For her sake, I hope you're right.
You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Moll would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
All right, Jaheira.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Let's talk.
Please, be welcome. Have a drink.
Oh, my gods.
To your very good health.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jaheira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering.
Cloth grass, huh? Rare specimen found in Moonshay. Must be shorn under a full moon. I'm almost honored that you would go to such efforts just for me.
You know more of the herb than I do, it seems. Except for how it tastes, perhaps. Bottoms up.
Hoi!
Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it?
It has been attempting to change me, to win me over. But I am resisting its temptations.
And you're certain you will continue to resist?
Yes.
Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago.
Sounds like necromancy at play.
It seems likely, which means he isn't working alone. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope.
If we could discover the source of his immortality, there is a possibility that we could destroy him.
There is only one outcome that interests me. Killing Gederic Thorm and ensuring that it sticks this time. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Gederic is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight.
A solid plan, save for the fact that it puts me directly in the line of fire.
You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather. Besides, you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Getherick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet.
Any ideas as to how I reach him? The towers are surrounded by the shadows.
You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Last Light's best bargains right here. Welcome to our humble... Wait, are you Karlach? A lot of us were in Avernus. We saw you fighting. You were so good.
Well, yeah, I guess I was. I mean, you should avoid fighting for devils if you can. But if you can't, it helps to have a good right hook.
I saw you lay out a Moor demon in 2 hits. Bam! Bam! We were all like, whoa!
Ever heard of the Blade of Frontiers, kid? If you like monster smashing, you might be a fan of his work.
Who's that?
A lovely chap. Didn't kick ass in the Blood War, but that's neither here nor there.
That's true. But he never got kidnapped by a devil either.
Huh?
Sorry, kid. Look, forget about us begrudgers and bruisers. From the look of things, you've got your wits about you. A clever mind and a bit of style will take you a long way. Fight with those, and you may find you never need to use your fists at all.
In that case, want to buy a lucky ring I found?
Ha! Nice try, Shorty. Keep it up, though, and you'll be scamming with the greats in no time.
Kid really looks up to you. That's nice.
It is, isn't it? Hope he makes it out of this mess with his wits in one piece. I'd like to see him set up in a proper home in the city. Every kid deserves that.
Don't be shy. Check it out. We've gone legitimate, and Mole put me in charge. What do you need?
Yours is the first happy face I've seen in a good while.
I'm alive, ain't I? What's not to like?
Got any stock for an extra special customer like me?
I'm not supposed to mention it to anyone. But I do have something pretty special in stock. A key. What does it look like? What does it open? What treasures await behind its lock? That's for one lucky buyer to find out. Mole gave it to me and said I shouldn't let it go to just any old Jackaday.
Very well, I'll buy it from you.
This is a valuable piece, so it's gonna cost a lot. And that is the price isn't changing.
Mm-hmm. You drive a hard bargain, but it's a deal.
Yes! That's my first negotiation. Here. Pleasure doing business with you. Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Alright.
I wish we had a bloody army.
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through.
Let's see what you've got. Shade Clinger armor. While obscured, wearer has advantage on saving throws. Band of the Warped Weaver. When you cast Force-Bound Retribution or Astral Assault, your next melee attack... Ooh. Why, yes, I think I will. Book of Protection. +1 to armor class. Hand. Cinder Snap Gloves. Protection from missiles. While Mind Ward Aegis is active, gain a +2 bonus to armor class. Psionic Augmentation. Channel psionic energy into an ally, psionic augmenting them. Target gains 2d8 temporary hit points and deals an additional 1d8 psionic damage until it loses its temporary hit points. Ooh. Very nice. Cast the foe spell, deal 1d8, deal 5 to 8 fire damage. Plate armor 18. Pushed against your will, and you have advantage on saving throws. UNT Scale Mail. Advantage on wisdom saving throws, get shield. Holy water. Smoke powder bomb. Maul +1, a javelin +1, a short bow +1. Incandescent staff. Gains a thing of firebolt and fireball. +1 to ranged spell attacks. Nice. Defender Great Axe. Use the weapons edge. Increase your armor class and saving throw bonus by 1. Ignores resistance. Nice. Smoke powder arrow. Why, yes, I think I will. Witch bolt.
a charmer.
Invest with. Blah, blah, blah. Armor class increased to 16. Okay. Strength check carrying capacity is doubled.
Someone there?
Don't be shy.
8 to 18. 8 to 19. Why, yes, I think I will. Alright then. I think that's about... +2 scimitar.
Ready and willing.
Blast grants an additional 1d4 to saving throws and weapon attack rolls, and an additional 2d4 to spell attack rolls. Okay, cool. Grants resistance to fire damage, +1 to spell attack. Range spell attack. I think I'll stick with what he's got right now. Let's give you this one. What? Oh, jeez. There we go.
Take care now.
Good lord, I only have 9 gold left.
Or steel.
Alright. Thank you. Amplifier gauntlets. There we go. There we go. Send that over to Gale.
To know about supplies. Will we make it home? Burning through our oil, but it should just about do. Just about? Just about. We shouldn't hang around too long, though.
Cloak of protection. Garlock, have at it.
Yeah.
Must have found something
There's
there,
more where that
right?
came from.
When the time comes,
I wish we had stared out
Marching.
or steal. All this standing around is making me antsy.
I wish we had a bloody army.
That's why we're still standing around. Never a dull moment. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Please, I just want to be alone.
May I ask why you are crying?
It's Dennis. He's gone. Cultists. It was so dark. I didn't realize until the children started screaming. They rounded us up. Cut us up. Said they were taking whoever could still walk to Moonrise Towers. I managed to get away. But my love, Dennis. Martin Dor, Roshan.
It sounds like he meant a lot to you.
Everything. I just wish I could have said goodbye.
Dennis could still be alive. I wouldn't give up on him yet.
Do you really think so? By the gods, I hope you're right. I wish I hadn't let go of him.
I'll find Dennis and bring him back to you. Assuming he's still alive.
It's hard to imagine him making it after everything that happened. But if you find him, it would mean the world to me. What am I going to do?
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
That's why we're still standing around. Is that Darkmoor the
Premium trinkets and
I
doodah.
don't believe it. His territory ran from the Wood of Sharp Teeth to Cloak Wood. It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
Somebody probably finally brought him down.
What's up for discussion?
Ah, you found your way. Good.
I did, though with a few hiccups along the way.
Nasty place, isn't it? My torch only just held out long enough for me to find my way here.
What's that you're making?
A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren.
How did the Deep Gnomes get trapped in the towers?
They didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. Taken against their will by those cultists. If I ever get my hands on one of them... Well, with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it.
Excellent. Any idea of anything I could do to help?
Unless you've got access to a 300-year-old Tempusian apothecarial almanac? No. But that's for me to worry about. You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Moses, if you like it, it means you're a grown-up. Being a grown-up is...
Oh, you're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too.
I heard what happened. That people were taken to Moonrise.
I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue.
Oh, I am so sorry to hear that.
It just never stops. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here.
Yeah, I noticed. Roland isn't particularly happy with me right now.
Can you blame him? His brother and sister are gone. He's dealing with it as best he can. We all are. How do you do it? How do you keep going?
One step at a time.
You make it sound so easy. But I'll try. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit.
I will find them.
Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful out there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Last Light's best bargains, right here.
Nice strategy back there. If we put our heads together, I bet you and me could make a tidy stack of coin in Baldur's Gate. But Raphael's offered me a partnership already, and it seems like a sweeter deal than throwing my lot in with you.
No, kid. No.
Raphael is a great many things. But ultimately speaking, he is a devil who wants your soul, and will do literally anything to take it. Including, but not limited to, reneging on a deal.
You aren't joking. I kind of believe him more now than I did a minute ago.
Well, regardless, one should consider all options before forming a battle strategy, not simply the easiest of deals.
There aren't any other options, soldier. Raphael said he could keep me and my kids safe, and that's that. Not that it's any of your business. I'm not poking my nose into whatever trade you made with him.
I haven't made a deal with him. He's simply trying to tempt me.
Looked like he was doing a pretty good job. If I had to deal with gods and worms in my head, I'd make a deal with anyone. Look, you saved us. Not knocking that. But after you left, Zevlor lost his nerve. Gave up the fight. I won't. Now there's no grove, no coin, no one taking us to the city. I'm not letting my crew get eaten by shadows. Maybe I'll make a deal, maybe I won't. But it'll be my choice, not the devil's, and not yours.
Bargains right here. Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those?
One of the worst things about getting old. Watching kids make the same exact mistakes you made. And knowing there's absolutely nothing you can say to change their mind. Then again, Mol's a hell of a lot smarter than I was at that age. Maybe she'll figure it out.
She is on thin ice. As much as I hate to admit it, my gold is on her falling through.
If that happens, maybe old Auntie Firehands can pull her out.
If this is about Roland, go away!
I'm sorry that he was mean.
He acts like he wished we weren't here. Like he wished he hadn't saved us.
True, but he did save you. And that is what matters.
And now we're just trying to save him from drinking himself stupid.
Oh, I agree. A drunk wizard is very much a dangerous thing, all that uncontrolled power.
Right? He might wave his arms wrong and burn the whole inn down, or belch up a puddle of acid. Anyway, it's his loss.
What do you mean, his loss?
I found this book. Old, dusty, full of strange lettering. Pretty sure it's magic. I was gonna give it to Roland so he could learn new spells, you know? Beats drinking till he forgets the ones he knows.
Oh. May I have it?
It's for Roland.
Hmm. Fair enough.
Anyway, I'm sick of talking. You can go now. Bye-bye.
Last night's best bargains right here.
Maybe I need more pockets.
Alright then.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Alright, there we go. Alright, let's do this. Let's go talk to Isabel.
This is easy. We should open our own place in Baldur's Gate.
Premium trinkets and doodads.
I thought maybe we could just do it ourselves.
Seems someone's been skimming our our supplies. Is anyone keeping an eye on those children from El Dorel? Maybe not, Mom.
One with the weave.
Gale, I want you over here, please.
Best bargains right here.
Will, I want you down here.
Keep your distance, darling.
Astarion, why don't you go ahead and take up a post over here?
Interesting.
Karlak, go back up. Gale.
Flacketh's will be done.
Lae'zel, go back up. Will.
My faith will guide me.
And Shadowheart,
Trinkets and doodads.
you're with me.
Still alive. So that's progress. Seems simple enough.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you.
And I have heard of you. The protector of this inn, the banisher of shadows, as it were.
Myself and Our Lady are doing what we can to hold the line. I hear you and your tadpole will be our offense. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira has sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
Indeed, she did.
It hurts. Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Selûnite magic. Dark Lady, forgive me.
Good nose. Like a nasty little terrier.
Anything else I should know before heading off?
Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.
Hello, Isabel.
Marcus, is that you?
What's happened to you?
I've been blessed. You can be too. Come with me, and you can hear all about it from Ketherick himself.
Isabel, do you know this one?
He's a flaming fist. Or was. Came with the others when we created this haven.
And I thank you for your hospitality. True soul, my instructions are clear. Take the girl to Ketherick, alive.
Ho ho ho.
Face swims into your mind's eye, its instructions vivid in your mind. Nothing is more important than bringing the girl alive.
What's going on? If you have something to say, say it.
Marcus is trying to kidnap you. We're gonna need to fight our way out of this one.
Pathetic. The Absolute sees all. Your treachery will be punished.
The Absolute. Of course. You can't believe them, Marcus. Ketherick will never give you whatever it is you've been promised.
He already has. Time to go, Isabel. Time to kill.
One down.
Over here.
On the victor's path.
A bright idea.
What should I do?
Help me with this guy. Whew. Awesome.
Come along, Isabel.
All right. Dag nabbit.
You'll make excellent fertilizer.
Your penance will be paid now.
Imperative.
Face me!
Just
Excellent. Holy crap, there's a lot of stuff that happened. Alright then. Excellent.
Let's spill some blood. Let's move.
Dang it. Nope.
Mutilate them.
There we go.
This is my time. Fleet of foot.
brimming with potent magic.
Open up.
Isabel, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Marcus has been with us since the start. They've been tracking us this whole time. And that was no random attack. You were the target, Isabel. They know how important you are. But they don't know about you. Ketheric will strike again. We need you to strike first. Discover the source of his invulnerability. Make him mortal so we can make him bleed. Good luck.
We're in more danger than I knew. If something happens to me, everyone in this inn is dead. Like that.
Marcus told me that Ketheric wanted you captured, not killed. Why?
Why does a man like him do anything? Power, spite, some kind of twisted personal morality. I can understand why he'd want me dead. Without me keeping the curse at bay, everyone in this inn, everyone intent on killing him, is dead too. As for why he'd want to take me alive, I don't know. And I don't want to find out. Now that we have you, I hope I won't have to.
Well, once I take Ketheric's head, you'll be safe again.
No mercy. For Ketheric will have none on you. End this.
Time to press ahead.
Watch your back out there. If it's not the cult coming for you, it'll be the shadows.
Let's just go already! But we don't even know the way. Mole would do the same for any of us. You know it. But how do we get into Moonrise? We can't fight those shadow things.
We could. I beat up those harpies, and they're way scarier than shadows.
You know what Mole would hate more than anything? Bad things happening to us. You've seen what's out there. We wouldn't stand a chance.
You stay put. I'll bring Maul home.
But it's our job to bring Mole back.
Look at him. He's a proper adventurer. And if we got hurt, Mole would be really mad at us.
Fine. But you gotta understand, Mole is family. Bring her back, please.
You have my word.
We'll keep an eye on Isabel. If they send anyone else to snatch her, we'll be there to stop them.
What's in here?
Perimeter's clear, Mom. Good. We'll leave soon? And we don't want any surprises. Yes, Mom.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I wish we had a bloody
Lost
army.
in thought.
Can't give up now. Have to keep going. Around.
Yeah? Heapside narrows at night time. 2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count your lucky stars.
Our asses.
For the winds to blow in our favor. You mean to reach Moonrise? And I've orders to help you. The path to the towers is drenched in blackness so deep even a torch cannot quell it. Yet the cultists have found a way to move freely. Whatever this method, you must claim it. A cultist convoy crosses the land as we speak. I've readied an ambush. Say the word, and we fly.
Alright then, let's take that convoy. You lead, I'll follow.
Splendid. I'll mark your map should you lose the way. Harper's with me. Stray no more than an arm's length from your course.
Keep steady. We're closing in. Looks like there was a struggle here. Perfect spot for an ambush. Get into position.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. On I go.
These war implements could go in a museum if they weren't half rotten.
A
century old, I'd say. Mustn't let anyone see. Off I go.
Don't touch me. Don't linger. Let's keep to the shadows. Step carefully.
Alright.
Let me work my magic. May it please, Mistra. Not this again.
What's the story? Toes, toes.
Do 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 do.
I've got this. I'm nothing.
The pride of the gate. Silence is gold.
Eager for battle.
All right then.
No one stopped me yet. Never wanted the easy path.
More to your church every day, my queen. Your followers are legion.
Go. We'll wait for your signal.
Your faithful stand ready, Majesty. Soon we march. Soon the world will bow to you.
Here, we're boss. Something moved up there. Want me to drag it out?
What's this?
The Drider's eyes cut through the darkness, locking on you as your parasite squirms with excitement. Your minds connect, and you hear a voice whispering to you. The Absolute, or just the echoes of his fractured mind reverberating in the darkness.
One of your true souls, my queen. How have they survived?
The Absolute protected me.
You bless them too, my queen. Where is their lantern?
The Absolute guided me to you. She said I was to take yours. Uh-oh. Much better.
Majesty, is this true? Did I not serve you well? Very well. If it is your will, we can have it!
Good. You may go now.
What do you mean, go?
We can't go without you. The shadows would tear us to pieces.
This is not Her Majesty's will.
Secure us. There. Now you carry the blessing of the Absolute and you'll be safe. Okay, that's just funny.
If it is Her Majesty's will.
You can't be serious. You know what's out there.
If it is Her Majesty's will, then we shall walk!
She will protect us. She must. I'd never believe it if I hadn't just seen it. Nicely done. Now let's see what we've got here.
Yikes.
One less blight in the darkness. 1,000 more to conquer.
At very least.
The lantern gives off a chilly glow, protecting all in its vicinity from the surrounding shadows.
Incredible magic. I can feel the light lifting the shadows, even those within me. Be safe and be brave. We expect no less.
You notice a tiny pixie trapped within. These fey creatures are infamous for their trickery. Sometimes playful, sometimes malicious.
Oh, please! Oh, golly me, oh my! You must release me or I'll die. This lantern only lights the way when I am hurting night and day.
May I ask what this mechanism at the base of the lantern is?
I dare not name it, newfound friend. The faintest touch could spell my end.
Ah.
Finally! Been trapped in that coffin with no one but a mad rider and my own farts for company.
Did me a good turn there, didn't you? What do I owe you?
I need to get through this shadow curse. Can you help?
Sure I can, but will I? Yeah, sure, why not? Here, give this bell a shake. Speak the magic words and you'll get what you've earned. Protection from the shadow curse. What more could a dingus want? You're welcome.
Not what I expected to run into in these parts.
I will be entirely honest, I did not expect that to work.
Blast scars. Spell and sword alike were used to ravage this battlefield.
Indeed.
Imagine the glorious din of it all. The streaming banners, the charging knights, the piles of severed limbs and heads.
I'd rather not. It's all the same to you.
Alright. Great Moonrise. Investigate the House of Healing. We'll start there.
No time to rest. Something over there.
Greater Elixir of Arcane Cultivation. Grey Scout's Journal. Ah, yes.
Need to find a way forward.
All right. Yikes.
That's curious.
Bones, rusted weapons. A great battle was fought here.
An extra vicious one, I think. No one buried their dead.
Exactly the sort of battle I live to fight. And the sort made even more thrilling with a hot-hearted tiefling at my side.
We'll go ahead and get through this fight, and then I will go ahead and call it there. Let's get right over here.
Watch this. Jimmy on the go.
I'm ready. Let's go.
One. One.
2 steps at a time.
Can't give up. Not now. On the move.
Okay.
Of course.
This is gonna feel good.
Alright, there we go. And with that, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there. I'll probably do some... Actually, let's see if I can actually make it to the House of Healing.
If not over, then through.
First.
Battle has taken its toll.
Be wary.
Rest.
This place is trapped.
Ah.
See that symbol on the ground? This was a mason's guild.
Corpses on display. Perhaps someone didn't appreciate the mason's stonework.
What's that?
A pile of crushed bones of varying shapes, sizes, and creatures. Here lies the Grand Mason, his bones and lies exposed.
Let's see. That's curious.
Ah.
Just a brief respite.
All these dark justices slain in battle. They must have a stronghold nearby or a temple.
Alright, we got everybody. Gale, you don't need the torch anymore.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Breathe deep and move.
Only with unwavering hand can we show our subject mercy.
The objective of the Scalpel Sisters is to soothe. For the scalpel indeed is an extension of Shah. See how the patient reacts when I but stroke the right nerve. Hear its comfort, hear the very melody of mercy. Pray, sister, show us the extent of your beneficence. Stop. Stay your hand, for it slaps where it should stroke. We can hardly hear the patient's sighs of solace. Perhaps it is our unexpected audience that makes you quiver. Come, step forward. You are no sister, but that matters none. Every student is welcome.
I am a scholar, it is true. Just not in the study of torture.
Behold, sisters, the very face of ignorance. One who mistakes tenderness for torture. Go on, acquaint the face of ignorance with the true object of our studies.
Absence.
Absence. No other word captures the heart of Shah so very perfectly. It is the scalpel-led journey that leads from pain to peace.
A stinging truth, but a truth nonetheless.
See? What is the light of eyes but the cancer that causes one to witness the laceration of being? If light is the symptom, and darkness is the cure. For in light there is presence, but in darkness there is absence.
In light is presence, in darkness, absence.
You are well on your way, but one white orb disfigures you still. Let us finish the cure.
You remember a Sharon maxim. Go forth and sow doubt, but do not compel it, for only the willing may know the lady's embrace.
Your subject is tainted. Shar's succor must only be granted upon the willing.
Only the willing may know the lady's embrace. You know her teaching well. And yet these sisters must exercise their gifts, for the art of absence lies in its execution. How to proceed? I wonder.
I have always found sparring to be vital to progress. Perhaps having them practice on each other.
Yes, for are we not all in need of a cure? The scalpel does not discriminate. Let each and every one of you partake in its soothing journey. Absence, sisters, acquaint yourselves. It is a proud moment when one sees one's teachings so lovingly taken to heart. You are to be commended for their graduation, rewarded with the promised cure. Come, I will acquaint you with the lady's dark-fingered embrace.
I am but a fumbling squire before a master swordsman. Please demonstrate how that I might learn.
Your diligence is exemplary. Very well. Your own scalpel you will be. Observe, then succeed me into the succor of Shah.
Something good here, I hope.
And you guys wonder why I have such a distaste for Shar. Firing a critical hit on a humanoid, the wearer can paralyze the target for 2 turns. No. Don't. Damn it, where'd he go? Damn. Alright. Alright. And with that, I will go ahead and call it there. I'll probably do some exploring on my own. But until then, I will see you all next time. So long.